Make a puff stitch as follows. Yarn over and insert the hook into the same stitch as joining and pull up a loop to the height of a double crochet. So you have 3 loops, and then you yarn over again and you insert the hook in the same stitch and you pull up another loop. You have 5 loops. Then you yarn over again and you pull up another loop. You have 7 loops. You pull through all 7 loops and you make 1 chain to lock the stitch. This is how you make a puff stitch. So you start by making a magic ring. You do 3 chains and you make your first puff stitch by pulling up 3 more stitch. Make 7 more puff stitch in the ring by following the puff stitch instructions that I mentioned before. Pull the ring tight and then you cut color 1. You will now have 8 puff stitch in that first round. You then join your second color and you work a slip stitch and 3 chain in any space, and you work 2 puff stitch in the same space. This will be that you made the first corner. Then you work 1 puff stitch in the next space, 2 puff stitch in the next space, so the next corner, and 1 puff stitch in the next space, and you repeat that 3 times, and then you end up cutting color 2 and you will have 12 puff stitches. You then join color 3 with a slip stitch and 3 chains in between a corner puff stitch, just as before, and then you work 1 puff stitch, 2 chains, 1 puff stitch in that corner, and then you work a puff stitch in the next 2 spaces, and in the next corner you do exactly the same. You work a puff stitch, 2 chain, a puff stitch, and you repeat this 3 times, and you omit the last set of puff stitch for the last corner because it will be there already. So you'll have 16 puff stitch and you'll cut color 3. And now you can decide if you want to continue adding rows in different colors. I didn't put specific colors for you because you can choose whatever colors you want that look good, that you think look good, that suit your taste. But really every row of the puff stitch should be worked in a different color, and kind of that's what I did. So you'll see the one that I'm working on is different from the one I'm actually showing you because I made these squares to do a hat, and you can do whatever you want: a hat, a bag, a top, a vest, pants, shorts. The possibilities are endless for these granny squares. This is just a different looking granny square because it's all puffy. See, as you can see from these squares, this is how I put them together to start a hat. I worked the top of the hat on the top part, and then I just put a little edging on the bottom, and this is a granny square hat. So you can do, as I said, lots of different things. Just give you the glimpse of what the hat looked like when I finished it, just so you have an idea of something you can make. See, these are better pictures, so it's really funky in style, hippie granny square puff stitch hat. Thanks for watching my video.